Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day I bid to Madam ROHAYA. In this presentation, our group would like to present about Johnson & Johnson Company Review and Strategic Planning. Before I start with the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Fatin, Najihah, Binti, Noordin. Let's move to the background of the company. Johnson & Johnson is a small surgical dressing manufacturer. It also responsible for the first hygienic menstrual pad, dental floss, and also some of the oil, powder, and shampoo for infant and baby. Johnson & Johnson Corporation also had over 250 subsidiaries company in each sector of the drug. It also involved in creating with COVID-19 vaccination. Let's move to the vision and mission of the Johnson & Johnson. The vision of Johnson & Johnson is to help people see better, connect better, and live better. Why? The mission of Johnson & Johnson is bringing science and sense of sight to life throughout world-class innovation and also customer experience. It means that Johnson & Johnson want their customer to experience a better hygienic life and also a good health of life. Next is organizational cultures and values. Johnson & Johnson has three values, which is strong foundations, giving, and sustainability. For strong foundation, Johnson & Johnson enable everyone in the group to taking part critically in carrying the world, while for giving, Johnson & Johnson help to minimizing the disease in a susceptible groups. And the last one is sustainability, where Johnson & Johnson assists in the resolution of the global public healthcare issues. For example, Johnson & Johnson taking part in creating COVID-19 vaccination. Next is goal and objective of Johnson & Johnson. The first goal of Johnson & Johnson is growth and innovation, where they are welcoming the latest technology and also they want to create a new business model. Secondly is invest in the future, where Johnson & Johnson is seeking for the high quality products and service at the market in the reasonable price. They also monitoring new market changes to make sure that they are not left behind in this industry. Thirdly is global diversity, citizen and sustainability, whereas Johnson & Johnson collaborate with their supplier to drive a social and environmental improvement. The last goal for Johnson & Johnson is global supply base, where it provides opportunities for the firm with varied origins and ownership by becoming valuable providers.
My name is Syazwana Binti Yusof. The next one is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a strategic management process that is used to analyze how competition in the environment is likely to evolve and what are the implications toward a business. The main goal of the SWOT analysis is to find key strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats to the business. There are 10 strengths of Johnson & Johnson that can be figured out, which are position of leadership in a variety of healthcare fields, a strong brand portfolio, concentrate on R&D to enable new product releases, stable market performance, high revenue, a large array of products, a highly skilled workforce, a strong community, global reach, and a fast supply chain. The strength that I would like to highlight here is the company R&D efforts that are focused on creating novel medicines in the field of immunology, infectious disease, cardiovascular, metabolism, urology, and cancer therapy. The firm spends millions on R&D projects. The company's dedication to technical innovation, as seen by its R&D investment and an emphasis on new product development, not only increase its market position but also aids in the maintenance of a healthy product line. Apart from the strengths, weaknesses are also one of the internal factors that are attributed to the organization. Johnson & Johnson's 10 weaknesses are legal proceedings, over dependence on certain products, less diversified, revenue distribution, gender discrimination allegation, kickback allegation, decline in consumer health sales, patent challenges and generic products, geographic areas, and product recalls that harm J&J brand's image. Uneven revenue distribution in Johnson & Johnson can be seen when the pharmaceutical industry accounts for around half of this company's income. On the other hand, the immunology industry accounts for more than half of these revenues. There are only 3 products that run this entire sales department. As a result, a few major items account for a large portion of Johnson & Johnson's income.
My name is Sofana, who will continue with the opportunities. There are 10 advantages or the driving force for activity to take place in order for the Johnson & Johnson company to achieve their goals, including one-dose vaccine, robotic surgical system, merger and acquisition, telehealth, bioimplant, cross-selling product, focus on emerging market, target the lower class, rebalance portfolio, and lastly, potential to exploit biologics market. And the most advantageous opportunity that Johnson & Johnson should focus on is one-dose vaccine, because Johnson & Johnson has created new COVID-19 vaccination that requires only one injection. Despite that, the fact that their competitors such as Pfizer and Moderna has already developed similar vaccine that required 2 injections. This opportunity will help Johnson & Johnson earn twice as much money per vaccination sold as compared to their competitors. Besides, merger and acquisition, telehealth, bioimplant, cross-selling product, focus on emerging market, target the lower class, rebalance portfolio, and potential to exploit the biologic markets will bring advantages to Johnson & Johnson as its ability to merge with the right companies at the right moment. Overall, Johnson & Johnson should grab this opportunity which may bring their portfolio without having to invest in growing the competency within the company, especially merger and acquisition with the other companies, which may lead them to enhance more sale and eventually more revenue, as well as become a successful in the future. In addition, there are many threats that Johnson & Johnson may experience, such as lawsuit, stiff competition, government regulation, corporate espionage, surgery deferral, increase in generate new technologically advanced entrants, intensive fight against drug abuse, fighting harmful ingredient, and negative effect due to drug recall. However, the biggest issues that always become a problem is new technologically advanced entrants, because this may lead to the threats listed above, such as intensive fight against drug abuse, fighting harmful ingredients, and negative effect due to drug recall. For example, the customer argues that using Johnson & Johnson's talcum powder for a long time will lead them to get ovarian cancer. In order to resolve those issues, Johnson & Johnson has to pay $100 million for the affected customer. On top of that, the stiff competition is one of the threats of Johnson & Johnson organization, because if the fear competitions continue, Johnson & Johnson will lose a significant percentage of their market share. For the formulation stage 1, there are 3 techniques that has been used, which are IFE matrix, EFE matrix, and CPM. The result of IFE matrix, EFE matrix, and CPM shows the score 2.69, 3.22, and 3.59 respectively of the overall weight score.
There are many achievements, awards, and recognitions that have been gained by Johnson & Johnson throughout the years. First of all, the most recent achievement is that this company has been listed in Forbes in more than 5 categories. One of the achievements in the Forbes list is that Johnson & Johnson is listed as 33rd in Forbes Global 2000 for the year 2021, and the company is also on the highest list for pharmaceutical companies. Johnson & Johnson has also been listed at 44th in the American Best Employers for Diversity 2021, which is the second best for American pharmaceutical companies with dedicated diversity, inclusion, and equity after Pfizer. Other than that, Johnson & Johnson is listed at 63rd for Top Regarded Company 2019, 45 for America's Largest Public Company 2018, and many more in the Forbes list. There are some problems experienced by Johnson & Johnson during operating their businesses. The first one is several patients died as a result of medicine contaminated with potassium cyanide, also known as poison. Due to Johnson & Johnson prioritizing the safety of consumers, they withdrew 31 million bottles of Tylenol capsules off shelves and provided free replacements in the safer tablet version. The next problem faced by Johnson & Johnson is the Motrin or ibuprofen for infants medication contains tiny plastic particles. Johnson & Johnson had faced a lawsuit over this problem and recalled 200 bottles of Motrin infants formula due to that reason. Lastly, Johnson & Johnson also recalled 33,000 bottles of Johnson's baby powder after the US Food and Drug Administration discovered tiny quantities of chemical substances in the product purchased from an online vendor. The chemical substance can trigger cancer and endanger customers' lives. Johnson & Johnson's company is facing over 17,000 federal lawsuits with thousands more pending in state courts. According to these lawsuits, Johnson's baby powder and shower-to-shower talc-based products can cause ovarian cancer and mesothelioma, and the company failed to notify the public about it. Due to that, the company would no longer sell talc-based baby powder in the United States and Canada.
My name is NORAZIELA Binti Azemi, and I will be explaining the company strategic plan of Johnson & Johnson's, which here is a strategy formulation stage 2, which is a matching stage. The first technique chosen for Johnson & Johnson's is the SWOT metric. This is basically the overview of the SWOT metric Johnson & Johnson. First, we will look at the XO strategy, which consists of opening a new and high-technology lab that emphasizes on manufacturing vaccines only. Second is to invest more budget from 2,174 millions to 3,000 millions in order to improve the distribution channel relating to the bioimplants. Three is widen and strengthen their market position all over the world. And the last one is to improve the number of suppliers up to 60,000 for their products to increase more profit. For the WO strategy, the first one is to purchase new land at the middle-income countries in Asia for a new setup for their products. Number 2, to improve the payroll system for fair distributions of the revenues. Number 3 is using a new marketing approach such as market penetrations to improve the sales by focusing more on bioimplants. And number 4 is to make use of the merger opportunity to do partnership with other companies to improve the brand dependence. Next, we will look at the ST strategies. The first one is to make use of social media to improve marketing strategy in order to retain the customers. Number 2, have a collaborations with the most expert companies such as SGS company that specialize in quality control to avoid any issue arising. Number 3 is to create a research and development departments and improve the training for the workforce to produce rare technologies that use AI in surgery. The last one is the WT strategy. Johnson & Johnson can hire a legal team for each companies around the world to monitor any illegal issues that arise. Number 2, creating new drugs that are rare and hard to replicate, but at the same time able to meet the demands of the customers. And the last one is to re-evaluate the job specifications of the senior management to identify the root cause of the gender discriminations and to avoid lawsuit cases. Second technique in the matching stage for Johnson & Johnson, which is the IE matrix. The positions of the Johnson & Johnson company is obtained in the cell 2 after entering the IFE matrix into the x-axis and the EFE matrix into the y-axis. Cell 2 can be described as a grow and build regions. With that, Johnson & Johnson can be considered in a strong company positions. They have advantages that let them compete better. Third, the most appropriate strategies that can be used by the Johnson & Johnson to grow bigger are intensive strategies or integrative strategies. The stage 3 for the formulation stage is QSPM. As you can see here, the total value for the strengths and co-indices shows that the market development is the highest, 2.07, followed by the product development 2.05 and market penetrations 1.82. The total value of the opportunities and cracks, the result shows that the market penetrations is the highest, 2.24, followed by the market development 2.21 and product development 1.57. Therefore, it can be concluded that market development strategy for Johnson & Johnson is the best alternative as compared to the market penetrations and product development due to the sum of total attractiveness score. Market development gained a score of 4.28, which is highest compared to market penetrations and product development, which the scores are 4.06 and 3.62 respectively.
Now let's proceed with the strategy implementation for Johnson & Johnson. The concept of product market development is the first strategy that Johnson & Johnson can take a route in terms of market development. First, Johnson & Johnson can look for a new place for a commercial expansion either domestically or internationally. Market research will aid in analysis of data acquired as well as providing information on growth trends in the selected field. Following that, Johnson & Johnson should engage in research and development in order to find new market and customers. With a variety of contagious diseases that can transmit from one person to one person, Johnson & Johnson could concentrate on the area of medicine where they have the best chance of solving the most pressing unmet medical needs of that time, such as vaccination. Johnson & Johnson may also invest on increasing brand awareness in order to reach a wider audience and expand their target client base. For example, Johnson & Johnson might have a partnership or collaboration with the celebrities or influencers to encourage more clients to buy their products. Johnson & Johnson can devise a second strategy based on marketing penetration or share, which can be meant by a way for the company to improve its existing product marketing efforts in order to assist the company increase profits. Johnson & Johnson's substantial advertising expenses could be increased to help the company to break into the market. Advertising is one of the subdivisions of the promotion marketing mix strategies, and the engagement in YouTube ads, Facebook, and Twitter is the highest when compared to the other platforms. Aside from that, Johnson & Johnson might increase its sales force to help with the company marketing penetration strategy. In determining the current situation, the client's content is crucial and a great number of salespersons is needed to properly manage the clients. Last but not least, offering a diverse choice of sales promotion products is one of the tactics for breaking into the market, as a customer gain benefits from this strategy since it reduces transaction costs following the customer's price sensitivity. Other than that, Johnson & Johnson may implement product development strategy in order to unlock new possibilities. By implementing new digital health technology, Johnson & Johnson may be able to understand the customer wants and practices, which will aid in product creation. In addition, the company will combine customer and scientific perspective with product design development abilities to decide whether the proposal is practical, taking into account a variety of criteria such as environmental effect, efficacy, safety, and manufacturing issues. Johnson & Johnson also can apply investment and growth methods to add a new product to the brand, as the Johnson & Johnson primarily focuses on three product categories, which are pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and consumer products. Aside from that, Johnson & Johnson can consider a new innovation, particularly for the items that are still in demand, such as immunization, skincare, self-care, and health-related essentials. All these approaches or strategy implemented by Johnson & Johnson seem to be a good strategy, as it implies the objective and goals towards their growth and improvement. All the strategies not only implemented by Johnson & Johnson but also act as the others' competitive strategy. And the difference is the way the organization applies those strategy in order to remain relevant in the industry. The implementation of these strategies might not be as wide as Johnson & Johnson expected. However, it is important for Johnson & Johnson to make a difference in the industry by having a good strategy implementation and wide expectation about the advantages of these strategies.